Hey, how we doing? Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Let me just get the last little bit set up and then we are ready to rock. But thank you for joining me. It is Friday. It is a good day to be streaming. And yes, let me know who we've got in the chat. Get your comments in, get your likes in, get all that jazz in. And I will be done in a second. Let me just sort that out. Put that in there. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Welcome. Thank you very much for joining me today. And yeah, we'll take a look at some interesting stuff today. I think obviously we can take a look at what the title is suggesting. You know, is alt season coming? Is it on its way? But I think we should probably, with it coming towards the end of May, go and take a look at how Bitcoin normally performs over the summer months. What has happened to Bitcoin? I didn't even notice that it fell off that much. What has happened in the last sort of 20 minutes or something? What's going on here? Hang on. I think is it to do with the hold on. Right, we're ready to rock now. Debut Master John Dump Day back down to 200 MA on 1 hour. I think it's to do with shall we buy today? I can't give any financial advice, sorry. I think it's to do with, he said 50% tariffs on the EU, but also he said that iPhones made outside of the US will be taxed at 25% tariffs. So if we go and have a look at Apple, yeah, Apple's down big now, pre-market. It is down over 3% from yesterday's close because of that news as well, which is obviously tanked the S&P, which has then obviously rolled into Bitcoin. So a bit of chaos, it seems. A bit of chaos. We've got Schumann, we've got ETH down 4%. Sol's not really doing too bad, but yeah, it's turned into a bit of a bloodbath, hasn't it, across the market now, which is interesting. I was potentially going to put short on as well today, and I didn't. So there we go. But Stonksy is red on the 5-minute, so that's all good. Nice little drop caught by Stonksy there. Bro, can't be silent. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, what do you mean? Bitcoin drops nice short, yeah. And we've got Illinois saying buy the dip, guys. So yeah, that's an interesting bit of price action. Obviously on a Friday, moving into US opening, an hour and 20 minutes. We have got the S&P 500 as tanking out, and this is something that we covered on, I want to say Wednesday, I think it was. Yeah, it was Wednesday, because obviously we've had just this, parabolic move on the S&P, and just especially here, we had about, I think it was about 7, 8, 9 days in a row of green. We always do a pullback at some point, so it's now a guessing of where is it going to pull back to. You notice it's got a flat bottom candle on here, so I think that is potentially there's something that the market likes about flat candles, especially on a daily candle as well. So I think, that is potentially one place for price to be drawn into, which is going to have a direct effect on Bitcoin. And if you notice as well, something that should potentially maybe set alarm bells off is that we are now back below the previous all-time high. So we've just deviated over, haven't we? If you go and comment on this, let's go and put this on. So that was the previous all-time high. We've literally just wicked over now and then got back below. So if we close below this, that is a potential cause for concern, because we've literally just pretty much just swept liquidity and deviated above and below, which for us on the weekly would give a swing failure pattern leading into we're currently at what, seven green weeks in a row as well. So all in all, yeah, it's very interesting. If we do get a snap back up, then obviously that's good. Now, what I do want to note is on the hourly, if you have a look, Bitcoin is now pushed out of the inner band. So inner band, Bitcoin's now pushing out of the inner band towards the lower band, which obviously when we've looked at it since the latest Stonksy update, historically that has suggested an exhaustion to one side. So we're currently out of the inner band. We could potentially push further towards this outer band here, which then potentially maybe suggests, okay, even if short term, we're potentially going to snap back up. Hello, Pappy, how we doing? Shame the bot never picked up on it. Hello, PL, how we doing? Who broke it? Trump. What just happened? So Trump came out and said 50% tariffs on the EU, or that they should stay 50% something. And then he also said that iPhones made outside of the US will be taxed at 25%, so they'll be hit with a 25% tariff. Epong has shorted from 111, very nice. Blasted through the liquidation heat map. Epong saying 106 is their target. Hello, Desperados. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. We've got 61 people in. Big thank you for joining. Make sure, before you do anything else, do go and drop a like on the stream. Let's see how many likes we're on. How many likes are we on? 7. Come on, right. Everyone take 2 minutes. 2 seconds to scroll down and hit the like button. We've got 59 people and 8 likes. So that is not a very good percentage. So please do take a second to scroll down, hit the like button. And for those of you that aren't here every day, do subscribe. It'd be great to welcome you back every day. Hit the subscribe button as well. But come on, let's get these likes up. Let's get these past 30 likes pretty easily as well. It would only take yourself 2 minutes to do that. But yeah, Trump opened his mouth again. He did, Raymond. He did. Any thoughts on adding a Twitter sentiment check for Stonksy? How would you want me to do that, Shane? Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the chat. How would I run that? What do you mean? So like tweet out a poll or something on Twitter, like a poll of whatever. Let me know, mate. 10x short on SPX 6,900 from the top. Very nice, Andy. Very nice. And Ranko S says Bitcoin breaks down to 106. It will go 100k potentially, mate. Yeah, that is definitely one potential route for it. But I'll be honest, because I was like loading up the stream and doing some bits that I usually do before streaming, this actually caught me off guard. I didn't even realize that it dipped until I loaded up the stream and went live. So fascinating, really. Very fascinating. But yeah. I'm interested to see what happens there, because this could get really ugly. Because if we go back to the daily chart, you can see that now we've just put in a deviation of the previous high. So there's the all-time high. We've come up, swept liquidity, potentially obviously trapped people, and now it's had a really harsh pullback. So this could get potentially really ugly and really nasty very quickly if things don't pick back up. But that also, like this range that it formed here. So if you notice, this range that it formed here, it's not something you really want to see, like right above a breakout. Like the fact it broke out and then instantly started consolidating. There was no like kind of consolidation. You say, say a couple of hours here and then right, okay, push on. It was kind of just ran out of steam. So yeah, that is really interesting. But yeah, do make sure you drop a like on the stream. And of course, if you haven't already, do sign up to BLOFIN. It is first link in the description. And I'll put it in the chat as well. Create your non-KYC account today. And it is the best place for you to trade on. And when you use the Stonksy link, you get yourself some really nice welcome bonuses. Let's whack that in as well. And of course, if you sat here wondering what is this indicator on the screen, it is Stonksy. You can get 20% off your first month of Stonksy. That's the second link in the description, which will take you to the website. Hop over to the Start Now page, and then you want the monthly option here. And then you use code BOT20. There it is. So BOT20, BOT20 on this monthly one. Put it in at checkout, and that'll get you 20% off your first month, which brings it down to £116. You get full access to the indicator. You also get access to the Discord server and the trading bots as well that we run on BLOFIN. We've got 2 trading bots on BLOFIN, which are both live. So yeah, plenty of value in there for you. Ugly, yes, but I see it as a buy more option. Potentially, Ranko, yeah. I mean, potentially. I think Drop can check the sentiment / news of what specific crypto is doing. Would be cool to do a sentiment check when entering or exiting. Okay, right, okay. I'll have a look at that. I don't know how to do that, but yeah, I'll definitely have a look. SMFC says the oscillator called the drop on the hourly. Well, I'm on the hourly. Let's pull up the oscillator. A little double click. Ah, yes, very nice. As you can see, you had a flat line. The consolidation up right above all-time highs. It's not something great to see, but also what we're discussing then, I don't know who was in here or not, but the fact that prices come in, as you can see, these channels, price trades in this channel, 99% of the time. When it exits the channel into the outer channel, one way or another, normally just a snapback, and as you can see, we pushed right out of this inner channel in towards the depths of the outer channel, nearly hitting the band. And then what have we done so far? We've snapped back up, so that's like a 1K snapback already from the back into the channel. So great to see that. For those of you that have Stonksy, hopefully you've been using this since we released the update this week. But there is a full video coming out on it, hopefully over the weekend or definitely Monday at the latest. Crypto Bro says, don't panic, Dad's Army Special. Yeah, do make sure you all drop a like on the stream, please, and do subscribe if you're new. Let's see what we've got going on. We've got 49 viewers, 18 likes. That's good going, but there's still a good portion of you that haven't subscribed. So please scroll down and subscribe if you haven't. But the S&P, a big old sell-off following that news. If we go and have a look, we can definitely find it. Let's see what was that then. It will have been, who would have tweeted it out? Probably maybe watching. Hang on. Maybe CSE tweeted it out as well, but this was one. So this was one of them. President Trump says iPhones not made in the US will face a 25% tariff. That's caused a sell-off on Apple pre-market. So Apple is currently down a little bit more. Nearly 4% pre-market now, leading into today's open. So this was one of the catalysts. But then also, he said President Trump recommends 50% tariff on the European Union starting June 1st. So that's just in over a week, isn't it? Which has then also shut the market. So just when everyone thinks, oh, bullish, tariff stuff is over, Trump comes right back with it. But let me know your thoughts in the chat. Get your thoughts in. Sylvia says it's still okay. A correction was due for a long time. This is just a correction. Yeah, I mean, a correction was definitely due. I mean, this isn't even, I wouldn't even call this a correction, really. This is just a dip, isn't it? Like a full-blown correction would be, like literally we've gone up only since the 9th of April. As you can see, like up, consolidation, up, consolidation, up, consolidation. This is like a very small dip, in my opinion, not even a correction. A correction would be, snapping back somewhere to put in a higher low, which, I mean, you could take your pick out of all these, couldn't you? You could come and put it in around 100K. You could even come and put it in the 90s if you wanted to, in terms of high time frame correction. But yeah, it's definitely, I wouldn't even put it in correction territory just yet. But like I said before, the one thing that would be a bit worrying is we've literally just deviated over the previous all-time high. So we got above it, closed above. You can see as well the 2 daily candles. So Wednesday's candle closed right on it. And then Thursday's candle obviously opened on it, dipped below, but then got back above and then closed up here. Where now we've dropped back below. So unless this kind of gets absorbed into here, this would actually be classed as a deviation now, which isn't, it's not great. But again, doesn't mean that price can't, come level off somewhere and then go again. But yeah, I wouldn't even say it's in corrective territory just yet. I would say this is just dip. The correction could get a lot more ugly. Ranko says Stonksy still keeping it green. If it makes sudden change to red, then some panic will start. Exactly, Ranko. Yeah, exactly. Stonksy's still chilling in the green on the hour. It was caught all the pump up towards all-time high. SMFC says, where do you reckon we dip to here, Dave? I mean, from here, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because you can just see on the chart where liquidity's built up. So liquidity will be built up there for sure. Built up there and built up here. I should probably change the color of this now, shouldn't I? To maybe like a dark blue. How does that look now? Something that doesn't tie in with the channels. Black. Yeah, maybe we'll just run with black. But yeah, you can see liquidity will be sat below these 3 points mainly, I think. Kind of where it built, you know, the lows on its route up. So it could most definitely come and look for all this. Potentially, if it was going to get really ugly, not saying it will. I think it just depends on how it reacts around here. If it regains here, I would consider this the real key level to watch now, the previous all-time high. Because that will then decipher whether we're putting in a swing failure pattern on the weekly or not. If we don't close above it on the weekly, then we've just put in a swing failure pattern, which, as you can see, is what we did down here. Swung fail this low, and then obviously closed up back above. I wouldn't consider that, especially we could potentially put in a high wave candle as well. No, I don't think that's big enough actually on the weekly. So yeah, I would consider the previous all-time high is the key level now to regain for sure. But I didn't expect this. Hello, Wiz, how we doing? Great to see you, mate. A lot of liquidation around 100k, yeah, which fits in nicely because you've got 3 really easy ways to liquidate here. You've got definitely, you know, built up positions here, here, and here, which takes you into that kind of 100k realm, doesn't it? And then obviously, if you're just going to run it fully, then yeah, 100k would obviously clear this bit as well, and it would clear that wick there, which then just gives it kind of like a fresh start back into here. So as you can see, this is all liquidity here, all built up. So I don't know, but what's funny is I didn't even see this happening. Don't know about anyone else. I didn't even see it happening. I was loaded. I was doing all the bits I normally do before stream, like have my dinner, set up the stream and stuff like that. And then I come on stream, and then Bitcoin's just had like these mad 5-minute candles. I didn't even know what had happened. But I mean, if really want a full recovery on the SPX, let's go and see what other Mag 7 are doing. So Nvidia's down a couple of points. Apple's obviously extending its drawdown now to nearly 4%. Meta's down a couple, little chunk. So I'm guessing everything's going to be down because yet again, Mr. Trump has shaken the market. But yeah, keep an eye on these bands. I mean, if you don't have Stonksy, then you're really missing out because the vast value that it provides now with this updated channel is amazing. So for those of you that don't know what Stonksy is, it's the indicator you'll see before you. It's made up of several different working parts, such as automated SR lines, so it draws SR lines for you. Also, we have the background color change, which shows long and short opportunities in the market, such as catching this fantastic move to all-time high from down at 104. We do also have the oscillator, which is now a standalone product as well. But for those people on the monthly, annual, or lifetime, you get access to both. But we have just released the Stonksy oscillator as a standalone thing. The oscillator is this down here, which measures momentum. With this, you also get Discord access. But with the monthly one, you get access to everything: the indicator, the oscillator, Discord server access, and of course access to the trading bots. We do run trading bots on BLOFIN, which do all the trading for you. Yeah, if you haven't got this, you are missing out, and you can take advantage of 20% off today. So second link in the description will take you to the Stonksy page, and then click start now. And this monthly option is the one that's running at 20% off, so you can get 20% off your first month with code BOT20. So the code's up there, it's also in the description, and it'll take it down to £116 for you. And it is just a monthly rolling contract, but yeah, do make sure you sign up if you haven't already. it'd be great to see you over in the Discord. It's because Trump announced 50% tariffs. Yeah, he also announced 25% tariffs on iPhones as well, made outside of the US. So that's why Apple is down the most out of the Mag 7. And I think Apple was actually, I think Apple's took over on it as the most valuable company, I think. So it's probably had the biggest impact, I think. It's say with crypto profit taking again. Yeah, I know, yeah. But that guy taking his big profits, dumping now, says Angelo. I hope our serial Solana trader in the Discord has taken profits. His trade was up massively, so I don't know if he's in here. And Malloy, Nick, he was up to $18,000 in profit. So I hope he's secured some of that. But yeah, let me know what you'd like me to cover anyway. We've got an hour. Until US Open, so we can look at anything you guys want. I suppose we'll go and look at some altcoins now. Let's go and look at some altcoins. So we got ETH falling off massively, down 4.5%. XRP taking a big tumble. Let's go and have a look at these on the 5-minute. Yeah, taking a big tumble. And look at the respect of the channel as well. Talking about the channels. Look, so obviously most of the trading occurs in the inner channel, but then when price falls out of the inner channel towards the outer channel, look at the respect on it. It's pushing the band, but never really drops below. Price keeps afloat, and then obviously dipped all a big dip down here. But what happened? Price absorbed. So this channel is just massive value, massive value. Again, here you can see it all. This is on the 5-minute chart. Just price respecting the outer channel. So when things get really volatile and price, you can see it here as well. And price starts really pushing to the extremities. You can see how the channel tells you when, okay, this might be enough here. Or just to observe what happens, because obviously it's just showing great volatility spike. We've got Doge down nearly 6%. Great call on Stonksy there. And again, you can just see the channel effect on it all. AVAX. This was one of the biggest. This was up massively yesterday, wasn't it? Stewie's getting real hit, obviously after the hack to Cetus as well. That was down a bit yesterday, but down 7% today. We've got Hype up, actually. Hype is still riding the trend. Hype reached $37. Is that an all-time high for Hype? No, not quite. But it did have its highest ever daily close yesterday. It had its highest ever daily close, and it would need to go up to 42 for it to reach an all-time high. But that is closing in now. That's at 3.5x from the bottom. From where it bottomed out in April, that's up to 3.5x, which is real something, isn't it? We got DOT. What's DOT doing? Yeah, falling off. OM, Reggie Man's favourite. What else have we got? We've got a mixture, haven't we? We've just got a real mixture of just chaos in the market. Altcoins down. Oh, Hondo. Nia. Aave. Tau. What else? Anything down? Oh, LDO, 7% down on that. IMX. If you want me to look at anything specific, let me know in the chat. Pi and Queso really hitting it, and look at that. So this is a double confirmation on Stonksy. This is something we like to look at on stream, particularly on the 5 and 6-minute charts. When you get the background indicator plus the arrow confirmation, which you can see here. This is for a bearish one. Obviously, a bullish one is underneath in green. Or is it on top? Yeah, it's bullish underneath. It really catches the volatile moves. Pi on there falling off massively, down 9%, and Cato as well, down 9%. There's the double confirmation again on Stonksy. Fantastic stuff. But yeah, really bloody day on the market now. Question is this just going to reverse? Is this just going to reverse and turbo back to the upside? Deco says, how do I get Stonksy OSC to show I'm on the monthly? You need to add it on, mate. So if you're a Stonksy user, you'll have access. So all you need to do is go on indicators and invite only, and you'll have it there. You'll have been given access to Stonksy Oscillator. It's a separate product now, so you just need to add it. The channels, you might have to update your script. So hover over your Stonksy. If you've got a little purple kind of refresh looking button, then you just need to update the script, which just click on it and it'll ask you if you're sure you're on update, and you click yes. You then come on to your settings, and then you'll just need to come and tick them on. So you won't, they'll show up like that, and then just come and tick them on, show channel, and then it'll come on for you. But yeah, you might just have to update your script, mate, if you haven't already. Yeah, no worries, mate, no worries. That's for anyone else as well. Anyone else watching with Stonksy, make sure you update your script and make sure you add, because previously, obviously, we had to add a second Stonksy and then move this to down here and then untick a load of stuff. So SMFC has done some great work by just ripping it out and putting it on its own indicator. So it's a lot easier to, obviously, just add straight to the chart and manage. But yeah, potentially we're going to get it looks like maybe Bitcoin is going to have a try at turning around. Obviously, help with the S&P, I'm guessing. The S&P bleed stops. Yeah, very interesting. Do make sure as well, drop a big like on the stream, please. Do make sure you drop a big like on the stream. We've got 61 viewers and 23 likes. So take a second, scroll down and hit the like button. It only takes a minute. Doesn't even take that. It takes 2 seconds. Do make sure you drop a big like on the stream, and do subscribe as well. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to come back every single day. But yeah, it'd be great for everyone if they come and take advantage of the offer that we're running on Stonksy. So yeah, come and get it. Get full indicator access, Discord access, and access to the trading bots as well that we run on BLOFIN. So we do run automated trading bots on BLOFIN too. You can get 20% off this monthly plan here. Click the monthly button, it'll take you to create a Stonksy account, and then you put code BOT20 in at checkout to receive your 20% off, and then you'll get access to everything, indicator and everything else for your first month, 20% off. And of course, you get access to the oscillator on this. But we are running this oscillator only program now, and it is a limited time offer, just £37 a month. So what do you get with this? Well, you just get oscillator access. So you just get access to the oscillator here, which shows momentum. But you do also get access to the Discord server with that. But you don't get full indicator or bot access with that. We've got Khalid saying FXRP. And Andy says buy the fear. What is XRP doing? Yeah, I mean, I suppose it mostly depends what Bitcoin's going to do from here, doesn't it? It mostly depends on what Bitcoin is going to do from here. I see in the Discord server as well, in the Stonksy Discord, Wiz has been hitting some great trades. He hit 20x XRP short and hit a nice 50x Bitcoin long on this dip. So well done to you, mate. Very, very nice. Yeah, we could see a potential full reversal here. Who knows? We could potentially see a full reversal if that was literally just an excuse for the market to liquidate. That may have been just an excuse for longs to be liquidated from the market, wash people out, and then move on back up. I wouldn't rule it out. I definitely wouldn't rule it out. Yeah, let me know in the chat what you'd like me to see. I suppose we could go and have a look at liquidation levels. Would be good, wouldn't it? Right. What should we go and look at next? But yeah, let's go and have a look at the liquidation levels. So as you can see, we took out this 24-hour liquidity to the downside pretty aggressively. Now we do have upside of above 111. Let's go and have a look at the 3-day. I'm guessing. Oh no! So we've still not took out the cluster. We've not took out the cluster, which is down at 105, 600-ish. But we do have the upside cluster here, which is 112 and above. It's going to be interesting to see where the market moves actually from here, yeah. Because if we end up getting a full recovery, and we've took downside, are we then going to potentially start gunning for, for the upside liquidity above these highs? Is that the clearance that the market needs to carry on pushing back up? One week, we've actually wiped out a decent amount of liquidity there. Not any hot spots or anything, but just a build up. Let's see what's happening on the month. So the monthly hotspot is down at 92,400. That would be just a full run of all this back into where obviously it formed support. So that's interesting to see. And I tell you what, while we're here, let's have a look at 6 month liquidity. Look at all that, just bang, 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 bang. And we do have plenty still up here. As it was, running up here, still got plenty of liquidity built to the upside, but no real hot spot to the upside. The downside is obviously a long, long way away. Debbie Master says market makers probably going to use this opportunity potentially, mate. Yeah. ENA, I can look at that, Chris. Yeah, I can definitely look at ENA. PL says, Dave, how do you update Stonksy channel view again, please? If you need to update the script, so just come over to your Stonksy and you'll have like a little purple refresh kind of thing saying, update available. If you click that, it'll say you sure you want to update, and then you click yes. Alternatively, if you click the 3 dots in this bit here, you'll have an option to say update script available or something like that. You click that, which will update the script, and then all you need to do is come into your settings. Now, firstly, it will reset some of the sensitivity in that. So upon update, this sensitivity for the bullish bearish arrows will be set back to 7. So I personally like to use 8. So obviously I've changed it back to 8. Just bear in mind that. But the channels will be unticked. So just come over to the channel and then just tick them on. And then obviously that will put them on then. And then, yeah, the oscillator you'll find in your invite only section. So you'll have been given access to the oscillator there. If you just click that, it'll add it to the bottom as its standalone thing now. Wiz says, annoyed as I was bullish on some stuff I owned. A lot of my nuclear plays were massively in profit, massively in money, holding up well though. Very nice, mate. Very nice. No worries, PL. No worries, mate. Anything for you. But yeah, if you are watching, do make sure you sign up to Stonksy. Second link in the description, and use code BOT20 at checkout for 20% off your first month. So use that on the monthly option. And we will get you indicator, oscillator, Discord, and trading bot access all done ASAP. But if you do want to read more about the Stonksy updates, you can see them on the Medium. So if you type in Stonksy on Medium, or you can find little hyperlinks dotted around the website, there is a full written article as well on the update to channels. And this is just the another lot of updates that we've done. We continue to develop and improve the product, offering better value to users, and we don't charge any more for this. So, no matter what plan you're on, you get all updates. Obviously, this one probably won't have any real updates because it's just the oscillator and Discord access. But monthly, annual, and lifetime, regardless of what you're on, you get full access to everything. including updates. Oklo and NNE Prime to rerun the highs. You're loving your stocks, aren't you, mate? You're loving your stock picks. What's ETH doing? Not much. I assume. I mean, that's a great call on Stonksy, isn't it? From up there. But I assume a lot of the market now, we won't see really altcoins move until obviously Bitcoin drags them one way or another, whether that be back to the downside or when you're going back up. I assume probably the market is just overall waiting on what's Bitcoin going to do next. But hype, I mean, so strong, isn't it? So strong. I'm on a hot run at the moment. Yeah, mate, you are. You have been for ages as well. You have been for a long time. Right, what should we move on to next? Let's see what have we got. 29 likes, that's good. That's good. I'm sure we can up this a little bit more, though. I'm sure we can up this a little bit more. Nice time to take an entry, says Desperados. It looks like it's calmed down a bit now, doesn't it? It looks like it's calmed down. I suppose the US Open's going to be really interesting because obviously, so you know, everything's moved pre-market. What was it going to do then? I was going to do something. Then you take a look at Sol. Can do that, mate. Can do that. Yeah, I mean, for me, it still stands at this zone. So this is what I drew out for the Crypto Saving Expert newsletter at the start of the week, and I think this just still rings true. On the daily, this is the zone to gain, in my opinion. So on a daily, this is the zone to gain. We want to definitely clearly gain 182, 183 for support, in my opinion. You can see on the daily, obviously we did here, but then we fell back below. But if you zoom out, you can see why, just all the interaction with price in this region. So that's pretty much it. I mean, on the daily, obviously, lower time frame and stuff is great, like we've had today again, up to 187. But again, if when you look at the daily, price is now back below this region, still failing to close above on the daily. So yeah, I think this is what matters at the moment the most. And then I think if we close above there on the daily and hold above, I mean, the key is holding above in it, not doing this up and then straight back down. But then I would probably be looking into this region here, the 200 to 209 / 210. So pretty much, yeah, that's what matters to the upside. And then downside needs to hold like 160-ish. You can see why again here. All price action along this 160 level. So I think just these two regions are just key on the daily time frame. Which says now long on Sol, XRP, and SUI. ENA. Yeah, I can do that, Chris. Yeah. Oh, you asked me before, didn't you? Let me look. Where is it? ENA. Got it on here somewhere. Yeah. Where is it? There it is. Stonksy got a great call on that. But I'm guessing you're wanting kind of like a more high time frame outlook on it. Obviously, great pump off the bottom. You know, Stonksy caught it beautifully from the move down to up to then chopping around. But I'm guessing you're really wanting like, you know, high time frame monitoring. So what we can see is we kind of put in what potentially, you know, is maybe like another bottom in this region where price last bottomed out. But you can clearly see if we look along this level here, you know, a key point where supply comes into the market. So you've got constant rejection all into this zone, even again here. So I think most definitely, without a doubt, price needs to reclaim 50 cents as support, flip this zone back to support, and then from there, it puts it in a really good position then. I think, obviously, there's not really much here to run. That's pretty straightforward. I'd potentially be looking for all the way up to 75 cents, 76 cents to here. I think that's pretty standard for a retrace there. If it gets above there, then why not up to just around $1, maybe just below $1? Why not? That's what I'm looking at. That's what I'd be looking at if I was looking at ENA. I'd definitely be watching this zone, and I'd be wanting price to clear it with 50 cents, and then start looking up towards 76, and then from there up towards below $1 is what I'd be thinking anyway. Let's go take a look back at that Bitcoin. What we're doing. Nice bit of volatility on stream now. Really nice bit of volatility on stream. It's great to see. And Fartcoin, obviously. Oh, God, yeah, we'll look at Fartcoin. It's apparently getting more exchange listings very soon, or it could have happened already. I think it's on everything, to be honest, ENA. I think it's on everything. It's on Binance and stuff, so I don't know if it's on Coinbase. Good afternoon, Discipline. How we doing? Great to see you, mate. And Coffee's in the house. How we doing, mate? Great to see you. Big up Coffee. Absolute legend. Yeah, let's get the poll up anyway. Do make sure as well, if you just joined, do drop a like on the stream, please. Oh, hang on. We have got a very interesting US Open now. Right, that's live. We've got a very interesting US Open coming up. I can't remember where these were when we looked at them last, but all Mag 7 are down, including Apple, which has took a pretty heavy hit. Down just over 3% pre-market. That's going to come out the traps. Red. What's some of these others down? Meta's down just over 2. So yeah, all Mag 7 are down at the moment, pre-market, leading into US Open. And Stonksy's doing its work. Good afternoon, Dimitri. How we doing? Great to see you. Heard of Casper? I have heard of Casper, yeah. Casper's on the list. I'll take a look at it for you. Ready for alts to pump while Bitcoin chops? Yeah, I mean, potentially. Do you expect that the correction on Bitcoin is already priced in yet? No, I don't think so, in my opinion. I wouldn't even consider this a correction. This is just like a little tiny dip, isn't it? When you zoom out on the daily, we've had no corrections on the daily so far. I wouldn't even consider this the correction. I'd consider it the start of a potential correction. I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to correct. I'm not saying it's definitely going to correct or anything, or this is whatever. But in the scenario of we knew that this was the start of the correction, I would say it was just the start, because we have literally had no pullbacks. Price has not really pulled back at all while we've been on this upwards. It's pretty much just been up and to the side, hasn't it, for a month and a half. There has been no real pullback at all. It's just been up or sideways, and that's it. So if it was going to correct, I'd probably estimate down towards 100, and we've analysed why. You can see these little drawings here because we did it on, I think, the 1 hour chart, but these are all definitely levels of liquidity for price to run if it's going to in towards 100. I mean, and then if it's going to do a deeper one, then we'd obviously probably be looking to take all this out to the downside as well, because all this is yet to be ran. Again, not saying that's going to happen at all, but if you used to ask me, where would you be looking for a proper correction, like an actual correction, not a dip? Because again, this is really no more than what we got last time, was it? Like, this candle was very brutal, but it's not really too much different to what's happening now. That was a really aggressive and stuff, but that was no more than a dip. I don't know if options expiry today. Normally there is, isn't there? Because is it last Friday of the month today? Or is it not? No, it won't be is it? No, I don't know. I don't know if options expiry is today or it will be next Friday. I'm not sure. It's not the last Friday of the month anyway. RSA is back to 40 from 13. That's interesting. I mean, the Stonksy oscillator has bottomed out now on the 5 minute. So that's potentially one thing that's saying, okay, maybe this dip is potentially done. Short term wise, obviously we're only on the 5 minute chart. But yeah, do make sure you drop a big like on the stream, and if you are new, do subscribe. It'd be great to welcome you back every single day. Streams are great when we get volatility like this. Let's see what the DXY is doing. Oh, look at that for a call on Stonksy there from the DXY. Bang, bang. You can use Stonksy on anything. Obviously, we mostly cover Bitcoin and alts, but stocks, gold, silver, currency pairs, whatever you want, Stonksy does it. As long as you can load it on TradingView, Stonksy works. So yeah, you can use it on anything you wish. But if you are looking to trade anything today, do make sure you sign up to BLOFIN. It's first link in the description. I'll put it in the chat now. With the Stonksy link, you get yourself some great welcome bonuses and offers, and you also non-KYC. You just sign up with an email. You're done in literally under a minute signing up to BLOFIN. I'm just going to grab a quick drink. I am still here. I'm still here chatting away. But I'm just going to grab a quick drink. Yeah, if you want me to look at anything specific, or if you got any thoughts or theories or whatever, get them into the chat and I'll take a look. So let's get back. I'll get the Bitcoin chart up while I just grab a drink. And then Amazon, or however you would like me to say your name in the comment box, we put this, Heard of Casper. We'll have a look at Kaz next. Toten says, is Sui gonna make it back, or I should buy back Sui? We'll look at Sui as well. We'll look at Sui. I think what I've drawn out previously on Sui, I think is pretty still intact. In terms of your actual question, what you've asked, I can't give any financial advice. I can't tell you to buy or tell you to sell or anything. But we can take a look at the chart and have a look potentially where it may go. Yeah. Nasty candle it is. Hey, Delta, the main man's here. Delta, the main man, is here. Yeah. Just having a little bit of a breather, and then we will continue on. I suppose, well, I mean, we can still carry on anyway. Let me go and load up Kaz while I just have a bit of a breather and a drink. Here it is. So, Stonksy got another great call on this. This double confirmation, but obviously I'll just cover it again. The channel is just working an absolute treat. So 99% of the time, price trades within the inner channel, and you can use it to hit long and shorts on any time frame. But particularly, obviously, when it encounters the upper or lower, there's obviously a high chance that price will snap back either direction. So obviously here, snap back to the upside, here to the downside. But when it enters the outer channel to the up or the downside, that's obviously when volatility is high. But as you can see how well price respected this lower channel. And then eventually, price is going to return to the inner channel. But I'm guessing maybe you want a bit of a high time frame look, maybe, I don't know. Where would we? I think, yeah, here, I mean, here looks the main attraction on the daily for sure. It's struggling here. You can see why price has stopped where it has here, because this is coming to supply here. This is where supply, if you notice, obviously we had a little sell-off, then consolidation, but this is where bang, supply came into the market with red. So this is where supply was on the daily. So this is why price has stopped there, but if it can get above there, then I would probably expect it to then carry on up to here, and that will be the next kind of area for Kaz to take over, because again, this is where supply came in, and you can see price came up rejected from that area and sold off as supply came into the market. So needs to overcome this bit. This is resistance, and then if it can get above there, that's like another potentially like 20% pump. Yeah, so that's what I'd be looking at on Kaz. Pretty straightforward. Right, we'll get back rolling now. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. We've got half an hour to go until US Open, so make sure you get your voting in the chat as well. Do you think it's going to go up or down? Right, let's get me back on the screen. Haha, I'm back. Hello. I'm great, mate. How are you? How are you doing? Ranko says fourth, actually different than Bitcoin, but this time it's all completely. Yeah, there's a couple of ones like that, isn't there? Obviously, some lower caps and stuff. Hype, obviously acting a lot different as well. Still up 5% today. But generally, ones that act different to Bitcoin is, B&B is often doing it, TRX. There is obviously times when they will all just follow regardless. As you can see, they're both down today. But obviously, a lot of the time, because they have such good supply control from the entities that made them, they often don't follow Bitcoin as much as others. We'll have a look at fourth now. I will load it up. Let's see. Right, okay, yeah. It's interesting that, isn't it? Oh my god, what a candle that was. It's interesting because it's only up 30%, isn't it, in total? It's only up 30% since Bitcoin started pumping, but what a crazy candle that was. Well, yeah. That was bonkers. Up like 100% in a day and then all the way back down. Yeah, I've never really looked at this, to be honest. But yeah, you can see it definitely doesn't act the same in the market because it's not really highly up, is it? While Bitcoin's been on this run. Up 30% though, so I suppose you can't complain if you got in from the bottom tick. Oh, it looks like Bitcoin's selling back off, is it? Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. It's going to be an interesting day and weekend for sure. 2.3k on the extra, amazing. Oh, mate, yeah. And Fever, how are you doing, mate? I'll go with Siri now. Sorry, yeah. What about Siri? I'll do that now, mate. But Fever, how you doing? Great to see you, mate. But yeah, that's good numbers, isn't it? Really good numbers. If you are watching on X, make sure you're following the X page and make sure you head over to the YouTube channel and do subscribe. It'd be great to welcome you back every day. And obviously, it'll help me push the YouTube subscribe account a bit. Let's go and have a look at Siri anyway for our good friend in the chat. Where are you, Siri? There. So, Siri obviously is had a great run so far, but this is definitely, in my opinion, the level to gain. So you can see the confluence with where price bounced up and then sold off here. That drew perfectly across, exactly where price stopped on the daily again here, this 411 mark. And then as you can see, even though price got above it on these daily candles, it failed to close above. So, you know, rejection, rejected here again yesterday. So I consider this 411 level the key one to gain on the daily. I would then say potentially this will also be an obstacle. Lines up as well perfectly with the upper of the inner channel. That would take it right into this region, which would line up great as it did here. And then above there, I think $5 is potentially the last sticking point before all-time high. So I would do this obviously to the upside. So claim here for the daily, into here. It either, you know, maybe it pulls back, something like this. I don't know. But then I would do, okay, gain above here and then up to $5. And then from there, all-time high. That's the route I'd probably estimate that it takes. If we're looking to the downside, let's scale into something like the 4 hour. I mean, looking at it, you would probably say it would come into the origin, potentially maybe near the origin. So I'd be looking at maybe 340. Not that far away, but I'd definitely be watching this area here, which by the time it approaches, they would line up with either coming towards the bottom of the inner channel or potentially bouncing out and then back in. So I'd definitely be watching for something like this. So yeah, that's what I think we'd be looking at on Sui. Both scenarios there for you for up and down. Dens. Okay. Hi, Nick. How are you doing? Zbeck. ZBCN says Ken. Since I have some Sui, it will go down to 3.2. Why do you think you cursed, Ranko? Do you think you cursed? No problem. Anytime, Toten. Anytime. Thank you for being active in the chat. Dens. We'll have a look at Dens. Let's see. Dens. Okay. Nice push up. Really nice movements on the Stonksy 1 hour as well. Look at this. Catching all the big moves. Pump, drop, drop. Came back kind of towards the origin because of the news crash that we've had, but if we recover it, it'll find itself back up there. Let's have a look on the daily. Yeah. And again, it's just another one where you can just see very clearly where resistance is. You've got this level here, haven't you, of SR. Support, fell down, turned to resistance. So you don't even have to go that big. We can minimize that. So yeah, I think if you're looking at it as a higher time frame play as well, I don't know discipline what you're looking at it for, but I would definitely say you want it to flip kind of like 0.01 or 0.001 to support, flip it to support, and then from there take off. And if it's got any proper steam behind it, then again, it should probably find itself up to there potentially. That seems like a good, decent first target. But yeah, first task would be claiming this 0.001 as support and then going from there. But yeah, that would open obviously the upside. Got 20 minutes until US Open. Let's see what's going on the poll. Oh, a bit of a torn one today. 52% and then 48%. So pretty much nearly 50-50. And great job on the likes, guys, today. Great job. Thank you very much for smashing that like button. If you haven't already, please do drop a like. That's great. Oh, 2.5k views on X. Very nice. Coffee says the Stonksy going green / red with the arrow confirmation on the 5 and 6 are working great. Yeah, mate, they're super them, aren't they? It's a super time frame, the 5 and 6 with the double confirmation. Coffee, have you updated your script as well? Have you updated the script to use the channels? N Malloy, hey, here's the guy. Can you check yourself? How have you closed out some of your trade, mate? Or are you still running with it? So I don't think anything's really changed on Sol, to be honest, mate. I still think that this is the level to get. This is the region to gain on the daily, in my opinion, anyway. I still think that this is the region to gain on the daily, and as you can see, we've had another, at the moment anyway, failed attempt at it. This is the region to hold down to 160. And I think that, and then, you know, if we can close above there on the daily, that potentially opens the route to 200/210. But yeah, at the moment, it's looking like another failed attempt at crossing this region. All just depends on Bitcoin as well, doesn't it? Like, Bitcoin has took everything down with it. Bitcoin's took everything down with it. So, again, you know, we can look at the thing. You got to always look at what Bitcoin's doing too, because we could analyze these altcoins and stuff as well. But if Bitcoin carries on tanking, then everything's going down with it. So it's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? But even if something looks good, Bitcoin can easily ruin it. I did the update the other day, but not seeing. Yeah, you just need to tick it on, mate. You just need to tick it on. No problems, Discipline. Anything for you? Tosin wants W analysis. What, is in like the actual ticker W wormhole? What a call by Stonksy on the daily. My God. Look at that. It's the same thing, isn't it? It's the same thing. There's resistance. There's resistance. And it needs to break that. So there's clear resistance on the daily. So it needs to flip kind of like one, let's just call it 12 cents comfortably. 12 cents, and then that opens the route to the upside. And then I think the way that W had its drawdown, you can kind of see like it'll be like a bit of a ladder effect, won't it? Where it will need to trade into. So you've got kind of this 14.5 cents region first, and then if it gets above there and can clear that up towards 18.5 cents, is what I would estimate anyway. So yeah, pretty easy on wormhole as well. Just waiting for it to actually clear this zone on the daily, this pesky zone, and then 1, 2, and then from there, I don't know, but that in itself would be like a 60, 70, 80% gain or something, wouldn't it? Bitcoin looks like it's picking back up. Just steadying off, innit? It's steadying off a little bit. What? The S&P is looking kind of ropey. Yeah. Well, interesting for sure. Interesting stuff. Let me know in the chat what you'd like me to cover, though. If we're looking at anything else. I'd tell you what. Are there any people watching the stream that aren't Stonksy users? So anyone who's never used Stonksy before, is there anyone out there? Is there anyone watching the stream? Get your comments in. Let me know if you've never used Stonksy before. I'm interested to see who's watching that maybe hasn't ever tried it. Let me know. Or, I mean, are all 39? I suppose this counts for people on X as well. Anyone not tried Stonksy yet? Let me know in the chat. I'm eager to know. I'm eager to know. I'm not going to put you on the spot or anything. I'm just interested to see if anyone's watching that hasn't tried Stonksy yet. Yeah, just getting a little bit of a breather and a drink, and then we will carry on. We've got 15 minutes to go until US Open. So, are we going to get fireworks, or are we just going to kind of be like, well, all the fun happened before Open? We've got Carol saying never used. Anyone else? I find it hard to believe that there's not only one person watching that hasn't used Stonksy. Maybe that's the case. Well, I suppose my question to you, Carol, is: are you interested in using Stonksy? Obviously, after watching, I don't know if this is your first stream or if you watch a few, but are you interested? Would you consider getting it? Just doing a bit of research, that's all. Just doing a bit of research. But let me know in the chat. Would you consider getting it? Is it appealing to you? Are you thinking about coming to join us and give it a try? I'm going to close this poll as well now, so let's close it on 42%. Ian says never used either. Well, there you go. It's the same question for you, Ian. Would you consider it? Are you thinking about it? Is it on your potential list of I'll give it a try? I'm interested to know for both of you and anyone else. Ian says I'm more of an investor. All right, okay. So you're more of a hodler instead of a trader. Defo. Oh, what? You're interested in giving it a try? If you're interested in giving it a try, Ian, I'll tell you what. While we've had a great viewership on stream today, if you want to give it a try, mate, if you DM the Stonksy Twitter, so it's at StonksyIO. If you DM the Stonksy Twitter, I will do you a personal 30% discount code for the month if you want to come and give it a try. And that goes to you as well, Carol. If either of you want to give it a go, obviously we're currently running 20% off for the month. For your first month, 20% off. But if either of you want to come and give it a go, I'll do you a 30%, a personalised 30% off one for the month. So that would take it down to around £100 instead of the 116, which is 20% off. And that'll give you the first month, then 30% off for £100. You can then try everything. So if you are interested in that, DM the Twitter account, Stonksy.io, and I can do that for you after the stream if you would like. Give you an extra 10% off. Will do, thanks, mate. Jason says, can I also get a 30% discount? I suppose, have you never tried it either, Jason? If you've never tried it, it's only for first-time users, you see. But if you want, yeah, if you want to try it and you've never tried it, while we've had good viewership on stream today, I would do that for you as well. Just DM the Twitter account and I'll do you a customised 30% discount code for the month. So you can come and try Stonksy for £100 then. And you'll get full indicator access, Discord access, oscillator access, and trading bot access for the month. The rand is much weaker than the pound. Right, okay. Yeah. For as long as you'd be a first-time user sign up, then yeah, you'll be able to use the 30% on the monthly. So yeah, if you're interested, that's obviously for Ian, Jason, and is it Carol? Carol, yeah. I could do you that while we've had good viewership on stream today. I don't see why not. Try and get you come and try Stonksy. That'd be great. But yeah, we've closed the poll. We've got 10 minutes to go until US Open. The S&P isn't really moving at all. It's kind of just steadied up, hasn't it? I wonder where Apple is. So Apple is down a little bit further now. So we are down, yeah, just over 3.5% on Apple free market. But Bitcoin is taking advantage of that steadiness now on the S&P. And is maybe, I mean, currently we are just building a super low time frame range, aren't we? So this is like definitely a scalper's range, but we'll see support coming in, resistance coming in. So I'm interested to see where this goes on US Open, but at the moment it looks like Bitcoin may be taking advantage of the steadiness now on the S&P. Smash thumbs up. Yeah, do make sure you drop a like on the video, on the stream rather. And make sure you subscribe as well if you haven't. But 40 likes, great like count. Thank you everyone who's joined today. Really appreciate each and every one of you. And of course, if you're looking to trade anything today, do make sure you sign up to BLOFIN. First link in the description and I'll put it in the chat. Pellian says, market open, dump lightly on first 30 minutes. So I'm guessing that you voted down on the poll then, Pel. I'm guessing you voted down on the poll. Yeah, I mean, are we going to see panic? Like, door opens and then just panic of, oh no, not this tariff stuff again. Let's see what he's doing. Kind of, yeah. They look like they're kind of just building a nice low time frame base, don't they, to maybe coming close some of the inefficiency left behind. Everything's looking very similar. And from what I said before as well, like, we'll see, because of the fast rate that volatility came in, I think pretty much we could look at anything and everything will look similar in some way. Like, everything looks very, very similar, doesn't it? Bar hype, that's kind of doing its own thing. But some things, like look at Litecoin, has took the initiative to go and push back a little bit harder than some others because it's already closing nearly all of the drawdown. Ton kind of the same. Then others will just be kind of sitting around waiting for Bitcoin to lead. Fixture chair, no mate, and the screws came out again. So this arm is all wobbly. Have that feeling that alts will start pumping soon. Yeah. I mean, if Bitcoin recovers, back it up towards 110 plus, then very, very possible, mate. Very, very possible. The problem is, the only issue is, in terms of like an actual proper alt season, like one that lasts more than a couple days, is you need Bitcoin to top out, like as in like a cycle top out, because that's when only we'll get the high time frame top out on Bitcoin dominance. So if we go and look at dominance, you can see when ETH got that 30-40% push up, dominance fell very fast, very drastic, as ETH was getting that really big rally. But then it's not really lasted, as it lasted a couple of days, and then we've had a snapback on dominance back towards the highs. We'll only get that kind of like sustained alt rally, because what obviously people want is like a proper alt season where Bitcoin dominance will crash more. But we'll only really get that, in my opinion anyway, when Bitcoin actually tops out cycle wise at any point. Because obviously, if Bitcoin carries on going higher, the interest is mostly in Bitcoin, isn't it? So then dominance is going to be higher in theory anyway. But I don't know. Well, we could see anything. We could see anything. Maybe, not to say that we couldn't see something that we've never seen before. Of course we could. But yeah, it would be good to see give a proper like sustained rally, wouldn't it? Instead of kind of the shorter pumps that they have been getting. But yeah, Dave, I think I'm actually going to commit to fixing my chair for Monday's stream, I think. I think I'm going to commit to it. We've got 4 minutes to go until US Open, so get excited. Get excited and get giddy. Yeah. I think Ed Malloy says, I'm scared, lol. Will you do a stream where you fix your chair close up and all? Maybe we could after all this time. After all this time, maybe I could just do it on stream. I'm scared. Mate, your trade must still be in really decent profit though. Like, what was your entry? Your entry was 164, basically 165 in it, about 6%. Tell you what, actually, the price isn't even that far away from that screenshot, is it? I thought when you put that screenshot in of your P&L, I thought it was like right at the top, but it was at 182, weren't it? So up here, you must have been. Did you get a chance to look, Nick, when it was up at 187? What it was? It must have been past 20, maybe. Was it past 20 when it was up here? I hope it pushes back to the upside for you, mate, because that is a great trade, and you've absolutely smashed that Solana movement up and down. Excellent news about the chair. I'll keep nagging you if you like. Yeah, I do need to fix it. It's incredibly annoying the way it keeps coming out. Right, I'm back, and I'm ready to ring the bell. Is everyone ready to hear me ring the bell? I was around 20k at 185. That's incredible, mate. What a great trade. So I must have been around 23. So that is incredible. Do you normally trade like that, Nick? Is this like a routine, like kind of P&L gain for you. Because that's, considering that you hit that downside one for, what did it turn out to be? Was it like 6-7K or something like that, wasn't it? And then you've hit that reversal one. You know, that's nearly 30K in a matter of, what was it, a week? Has it been a week or so? That's superb trading. Is it like a regular thing? Can we see S&P when market opens? I'll tell you what, Pellet, just because you've asked, just because it's you, we will do a split screen. And I need to update Stonksy. Am I going to have time to do this? Oh, it's a rush against the clock. Oh, look at that. Just enough time. There you go. For you, Pelin, I've split the screen. One Bitcoin, one S&P. While it's you, let me change that to the 5. And there we go. There we go. Market is open. Let's see how the market digests that pre-market fall off and Trump tariff talk yet again. Let's see what the market is feeling. But yeah, Jason, let me know, mate, in the comment, in the Twitter DM if you want that 30%, mate. And same goes for Ian and Carol, both for you two as well. If you want to DM the Twitter, I can get that sorted out for you. Alternatively, you could email in as well, I suppose. You could also email in. But we are pushing back up a little bit, aren't we, on the S&P in the first minute? Looking tasty. Right. Well, we've had a little bit of a push up, but nothing. It's been nothing crazy, has it? Let's go take a quick look at. So Nvidia, big gap opened, really big gap, and it is on the outer band now on the 5-minute. Apple opened pretty down, didn't it? Yeah, opened 3.8% down, but it recovered a little bit. Everything has opened big gaps. Everything has opened big gaps. Let's see if they close the gaps or if the gap extends. It could be either, couldn't it? But Bitcoin is making a push back up now. Making a push back up, nearly back at 1.0. There we go. We're going to make it. There we go. Back to 109K. 1.5 hours later. 1.5 hours later, we're back above 109. Smash the like, says Cryptogenic. Yes, please do smash the like. Guys, tariffs part 2. I guess we had the reaction before market open and now nothing is, yeah. Yeah, most at the moment it looks like it's done it. LFG. Dupe recovered nicely. Let's go and take a look at Dupe, what has Dupe been doing. Only somewhere. There it is. Oh yeah, Dupe. Oh yeah, nice. Very nicely done by Dupe. You can see on the daily as well. It's reclaiming this zone now. So this is the resistance that we was talking about the last time we looked at Dupe, and it's now looks like anyway. As long as obviously today's daily candle closes decently like it is at the moment. and we've overcome that. It's also retested it for support. So I think on dupe, you would probably be looking at back towards 70, which if you zoom out was kind of the lower of this region was really key for dupe. And you could put it down a little bit. But really key region for its high time frame. It spent like nearly a year in this previous range. And that was support and where demand came in. So we would want to see it reclaim that for sure. If it reclaims that, then things are looking quite rosy, aren't they? Yeah, Stonksy still long and strong on dupe, which is great to see. We fill in this gap. Look at that. S&P pushing back up. Starting to really push and rally. Bitcoin pushing back up. And it's not really got much of a push to do, has it, until it goes to new highs. I mean, it only needs to push to 112 and then above. Which you can see really is just a couple of good 5-minute candles, isn't it? Yeah, do make sure you drop a big like on the stream. If you haven't, do subscribe. And of course, make sure that you take advantage of the Stonksy offer. This indicator on the screen is Stonksy. You can find more about Stonksy on the channel or just join the streams every day. But you can get 20% off your first month of Stonksy. Use code BOT20, so that's BOT20. Links in the description take you to the website and use code BOT20 at checkout to get 20% off your first month. And you do get access to everything: indicator, oscillator, Discord, and trading bots. But for those of you watching the stream today that have never tried Stonksy, is Stonksy discount only for new? Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, it's for new sign up. It's just for the first month as well. First month is 20% off for new sign up. Could be another all-time high tonight. Surely not. I mean, anything is possible, isn't it? Anything is possible. It's not really got that much of a push to make. It's not really got that much of a push to do, has it? I mean, we're currently down 2% on the daily. So where did we open the day? I don't know. But if we push to another 2.5% from here, we're at all-time high. So it's not even really that big of a task at all. But we are tagging now, so if you look, it's just tagged the previous all-time high perfectly, hasn't it? Like that is like to the dollar. Perfect. So this is what we want to see it overcome. We want to see it get back above that previous all-time high. 109,588 is what we really need to see it push back above. The S&P is chugging along very nicely. Chugging along really nice. Upwards. Maybe wait another 20 minutes and we know more. Yeah, I mean the first 30 minutes is always, isn't it? Like you can't judge the session off the first 30 minutes. You can always get a turnaround. But it's interesting that it's tagged that previous all-time high to the dollar, like right where that wick went. So, and that's something obviously that we spoke about before, wasn't it? So is there a bit of a defense going on now? It's back below. Is there a bit of a defense going on from sellers to try and keep it below there? Because that is the key weekly pivot now. The key weekly level for the candle to close this week is above 109,588, so it doesn't put in the swing failure pattern. Let's see what some altcoins are doing. Like we mentioned before, a lot of them will just literally, you could look at the Bitcoin chart, and a lot of them now will just look very similar. Sol's pushing up nicely. Some are like taking a bit more of a push than others, but they've pretty much all got a very similar pattern, haven't they? You do get that in these volatile events. It takes time for them to kind of start doing their own price movements again, because they're mostly waiting on Bitcoin to take direction. But so, I mean, look at Aave. Look at that on Aave. That is spectacular, isn't it? That's what I mean. Some of them will just do their own thing, like Hype. I mean, Aave is just ripping, isn't it? Really strong anyway, Aave. Dupe. So yeah, some will do their own things, but then we'll look at others and they'll just be chugging away. Bears are going to get wrecked soon. I mean, that has been the theme, hasn't it, on this run? There's never really been like... There has been times when you could take successful shorts, but really, there's been no proper pullback and correction, has there? So the chance to short has been very limited. Like, yeah, you know, you could short and maybe get a couple of K to the downside, but it's never really been like a hold position, has it? It's been like okay, Bitcoin's dropped, take your profits, because more than likely it's going to bounce back. Interestingly, if we look at MicroStrategy, it's still failing at this level, isn't it? Well, in this region. I want to pull that in a bit as well. Yeah, still, this is the key for MicroStrategy to overcome. And then Sailor will probably just start absolutely just pumping more money in, because higher stock price equals more borrowing. But yeah, it really needs to get above this region, doesn't it? To then start pushing back up towards 500 or maybe even higher. What's everyone doing on the weekend anyway? Anyone got any nice plans tonight? Anyone got any nice plans? Or what is everyone doing on the weekend? We're not really getting much more movement at the moment, although that was a nice push up to come after open. The S&P is kind of stalled a bit as well, so maybe Bitcoin is waiting for some green light on that. Watching Sol till close, lol. Bitcoin Dom keeps flashing that it wants to fall back down. There's Andy. Yeah, I think this is really key to watch though, because Bitcoin dominance could fall, but as long as Bitcoin keeps falling, it doesn't really matter, does it? But this is really key, because if we look on the weekly, you don't want to put in a swing failure pattern of the previous high. So it'll be really interesting. I mean, we've got plenty of time for the weekly close, but in terms of the daily as well, obviously this might set precedent for what comes next. Obviously, really Strong daily close today. Everything's back to normal. It was just a drop, no issues. But yeah, I think this previous all-time high might be something to really watch on for and have it marked on your charts, because we pinged off it perfectly there. So it's obviously being defended. What a bounce. Yeah, it's been a nice bounce, hasn't it? Raked in a nice afternoon haul, ready for the long weekend. Very nice, mate. Yeah, nice. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's a long weekend, isn't it? It's bank holiday on Monday. Forgot about that. I forgot it's bank holiday on Monday. My back hurts from this chair. I really do need to fix this chair. What are you doing, Wiz? What are you doing over the weekend? Anything nice? What have you got planned? We are falling back down a little bit though, aren't we? Bees with the boys. Nice, mate, nice. Ah, yeah, epic. Epic. I haven't had a beer in a while, to be honest. I haven't had a little tipple in a while. It's been a good few weeks. The S&P's rolling over a little bit now. And the thing, yeah, everything come Monday, everything probably will have snapped back to looking a bit different, but it is pretty wild on these type of days and events. Literally, the market, just like, obviously, apart from a few like hype and Aave, the market is literally just like in tandem, isn't it? And every chart looks the same, bar a few that are out on their own. Like literally just flicking through all these, you wouldn't even know which chart, would you? Like you wouldn't be able to guess because they're all just literally the same pattern. Whiff ran hard, did it? Oh, the US market's closed on Monday as well. All right, okay. Right. I wasn't aware of that, mate. Thank you very much for letting me know. Well, Monday is going to be incredibly boring then, isn't it? I might just do like an hour stream on Monday or something then. I don't know. If US market's closed as well, then there's not really going to be much excitement going on at all, is there? $45. I can't. That must be the biggest like haul we've had in a while. Thank you very much for everyone. And do you know what? For all you legends that tune in every day and watch, I massively, massively appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for taking your time to come and watch me and join me on stream. Let's take a look. I suppose actually we could take a look at some memes, couldn't we? Trump down 8%. Oh, look at that! Great call on Stonksy there on the 5 minute. This 5 minute double confirmation and on the 6 minute chart as well is just amazing. Background color change plus the arrow, bullish or bearish, obviously depending on which direction, is amazing. SPX nearly back to $1. That's been pushing up very nicely. Tell you what, we probably should go on like the hourly for these, shouldn't we? Bong's doing very nice. Pepe doing very nice. Maybe even the daily actually. Here we go. You see, look at Pepe. right into this zone again, and so far rejected. We came in yesterday and closed, and then today we've so far had rejection. Get above this zone and potentially up to 0.2. Altcoin is just unbelievable, innit? Unbelievable. That's now at a solid, what, nearly 8x from the bottom. Pengu, nice buzzer. All these have had really nice recoveries, haven't they? Whip, doing pretty nice. Again, it's got a pretty, because of the way it's sold off and it was just very steady and controlled, it's got a pretty like open run at it. There's not really much there to stop it going back towards 187. Yeah, some of these have just been seriously strong. I mean, 1,000 Rats hasn't really ran at all, has it? Peanut, another one that's ran hard. Mudeng back towards its highs, and again, coming into that zone that we was looking at. Yeah, so yeah, very interesting. But Bitcoin looks like it's pushing on back up. Well, it's trying to anyway. 45x leverage trade then, Dave. On which one? Which one, mate? On 45x, you get like, what, 2.05%? Is it 2.05% before you get liquidated? 50x is 2% in it. At 50x, you get 2% room before you're liquidated, unless you're piling margin in. 45x would be, oh, yeah. 2.2% maybe. I don't know. What would you stick that on? 45x leverage trade. Mask. I saw you talking about Mask, yeah, and a few others of the delisted ones. That's been doing really, really well. Let's see. Why is it still on back? Why is the Binance chart still there? Oh yeah, it has been, hasn't it? You know what? It's not been relisted, has it, on Binance? The fact that it's nearly retraced all of the Binance delisting dip is pretty phenomenal, isn't it? It's not been relisted, has it? Because that is like super good going, considering it's nearly reversed the Binance sell-off. How's Burger doing? I think have I still got Burger on here now? Burger swap. That's alright. I don't know where the other chart's gone. So there was a different one. Okay, so Bitcoin's making an assault now back towards the highs. Well, towards this thing over here that we talked about anyway. Looks like it's really going to go for it, doesn't it? No, perps was what they call. Oh, right, okay, they call perps. I thought they fully delisted it. Right, okay. Which is interesting because that shows like just spot demand, doesn't it? If there's no perps, that shows it's pure spot demand. Which is interesting. The S&P is kind of stiff. Yeah, I mean, Will we even have a volatile day today now? I don't know. In terms of the stock market, maybe the Mag 7 just pushes up a bit to close them gaps opened, or what? We could have, with it being a long weekend. The thing is, with the US market being closed on Monday, the big players maybe don't want to position today going into, because obviously we've got Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Now with Trump opening his mouth about tariffs again, potentially maybe we just see, I mean, we could see volatility into the afternoon. But if you was a big fund, would you go and try and move this market leading into a 3-day weekend when Trump could say anything over the weekend? And then who knows where it could open on Tuesday? That's something to also consider, isn't it, moving into this? Is that potentially maybe, I don't know, I mean, you could if it comes back up and closes the sell-off, then that would be good. But, you know, with it being a 3-day weekend, if you're a big participant in the market, are you going to position when the market's going to be closed until Tuesday? Knowing that Trump could say anything over the weekend. Interesting outlook. Last few hours of session will be fun. Yeah, that would be kind of probably, I would imagine, just definitely a bit of messing around. With it being a 3-day weekend. Sol is pushing back up nicely, so big shout out to Nick, the legendary Sol trader from in the Stonksy Discord. Hopefully, mate, this pushes back up to you, because that would be absolutely mega. But yeah, please do make sure you sign up. If you're not signed up to BLOFIN, do sign up. First link in the description, and I'll put it in the chat now. With the Stonksy link, you get yourself some great bonuses, great additions, and great perks. Also, BLOFIN's just a great exchange. It's non-KYC, fast withdrawals, deposits, and of course, it's got a great interface as well. And make sure you are interested in Stonksy. Sign up, 20% off your first month with code BLOCK20. But for them 3 lovely people that we had in the chat before, if you do DM me, well, DM the X account, or you could email in as well if you want. I will sort you out with that personalised code to come and try it for a month. That would be great. Nearly back at 180 on Sol. Oh, Bitcoin is pushing back up now. Oh, yeah, it's trying to get back above that previous all-time high now, isn't it? You can see it again. It's trying. Definitely a low time frame pivot point, isn't it? But looks like it's going to push back above. And interestingly, Bitcoin has kind of been doing its own thing, hasn't it? Obviously, it's correlated to this sell-off that the SPX has had, but in general, the past week or so, Bitcoin's just been doing its own thing. So I wouldn't even be surprised to see Bitcoin start pushing back up like it is now and carry on, even if the SPX just remains flat. Even if we don't get a push back up on this and it just remains flat for the rest of the day, I wouldn't be surprised to see Bitcoin push back towards all-time high on its own without any help from that. But yeah, I hope everyone's going to have a nice weekend as well. Hopefully you've got a nice weekend planned. But if you are looking to level up your trading, do make sure you sign up to Stonksy. And when you enter the Discord, make sure you say hello as well. Make sure you tag me at Dave and say hello. Say that you come from the stream. It'd be great to know. Let's see. How many? Oh, past 500 views in total now. 47 likes. That's great. That is phenomenal stuff. 2.7k views on X. That is really nice and melting. But yeah, I think we'll leave the stream there. We have been going to 2 hours, so big up everyone that's joined. Thank you very much for spending your time with me today. As always, I'll be back on Sunday evening to do the roundup stream, and then we'll be heading into next week's streams towards the month end as well. End of the month, isn't it, next week? So, yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you've made some great trades. If you aren't trading on BLOFIN, do sign up. And, of course, not tried Stonksy yet, make sure you come and try us. Come and have a go of the best indicator product on the market. And yeah, for those of you that was in the chat before when I was asking about who hadn't tried Stonksy, if you're still here, make sure you drop me a message on X on the Stonksy account and I'll sort it out. So that's all from me today, and I suppose all from me for this iteration of the week minus Sunday. Thank you for joining me for a great week of streaming, and I'll catch you all on Sunday evening. Bye bye for now.